Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. S.K. Singh, PhD, and I am delighted to welcome you all today. We will be exploring the PICs GMP Guidelines for Pharmaceutical Quality System, or PQS. In this presentation, we'll cover the key principles and best practices to ensure quality in pharmaceutical manufacturing. I'm excited to share this knowledge with you and look forward to an engaging session. Let's get started. Let's start by talking about PICS, which stands for the Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme. This organization was established with a clear goal in mind: to harmonize GMP standards across the globe. Essentially, it helps ensure that pharmaceutical manufacturing practices are consistent and reliable everywhere. PICS also plays a crucial role in fostering cooperation between regulatory authorities from different countries. This cooperation makes inspections more efficient and helps share best practices. One of its key features is providing a unified approach to inspection procedures, which simplifies the regulatory process and enhances compliance. Another important point is that PICS aligns closely with EU GMP standards, which are considered some of the most rigorous in the world. This alignment helps facilitate international trade and ensures high-quality pharmaceutical products. Members of PICS include regulatory authorities from many regions, including Europe, Australia, Canada, Singapore, and Malaysia, among others. This diverse membership underscores the global reach and influence of PICS in maintaining quality and safety standards worldwide. Overall, PICS is a vital part of the global pharmaceutical landscape, promoting consistency, cooperation, and high standards across borders. Let's talk about the legal nature of PICS GMP. First, it's important to understand that PICS itself is not a regulatory authority. It doesn't have the power to grant product approvals or enforce regulations directly. Instead, PICS acts more as a collaborative platform that promotes harmonization and best practices among its member authorities. What actually happens is that member authorities adopt PICS GMP guidelines into their own national laws. This means that while PICS sets the standards, it's the national authorities that enforce them locally. When inspections are carried out, they follow the PICS inspection standards, ensuring consistency across different countries. From a scientific perspective, PICS plays a crucial role in fostering global GMP harmonization. This helps build mutual confidence between regulatory bodies and manufacturers worldwide. By aligning standards and inspection processes, PICS supports a more efficient and reliable global pharmaceutical supply chain, which ultimately benefits public health. So, even though PICS isn't a regulatory body itself, its influence shapes how GMP is implemented and enforced across many countries, reinforcing the overall theme of international collaboration and quality assurance. Let's take a closer look at what the Pharmaceutical Quality System, or PQS, really entails. According to the PICS Guide to GMP, specifically PE9, the PQS is defined similarly to the EU GMP standards. It's essentially a comprehensive system that ensures medicinal products are always produced and controlled in line with the appropriate quality standards. These standards are tailored to the intended use of the product, meaning they are specific to the kind of medicine being made. It's important to recognize that PQS is not just about quality control at the end of the process, but about integrating quality into every aspect of manufacturing. This approach helps us consistently deliver safe and effective medicines. Additionally, the PQS aligns with international efforts, particularly with the ICH Q10 guidelines. These guidelines emphasize a systematic, science-based approach to pharmaceutical quality, fostering harmonization worldwide. Overall, PQS is the backbone of good manufacturing practices, supporting our goal of producing high-quality, reliable medicinal products through a well-structured and comprehensive system. Let's take a closer look at the objectives of the PQS under PICS GMP. First, achieving product realization is about ensuring that the products we develop and manufacture meet the desired quality and safety standards, ultimately delivering value to patients. Next, Establishing and maintaining a state of control is crucial. It helps us consistently produce products within specified parameters, reducing variability and preventing issues. Enabling continual improvement is about fostering a culture where we are always looking for ways to enhance our processes, quality, and efficiency. Ensuring regulatory compliance is fundamental, staying aligned with all applicable laws and guidelines to maintain our license to operate and protect public health. Lastly, protecting patient safety underpins everything we do. Our ultimate goal is to ensure that every product reaching the patient is safe, effective, and of the highest quality. Now, let's connect this to the core scientific principles that guide us. A risk-based approach is central. It helps us prioritize our efforts based on potential risks, focusing resources where they're most needed. Lifecycle management reminds us that quality isn't a one-time check, but a continuous process, from development through manufacturing and beyond. Data integrity is absolutely vital. Trusting and maintaining accurate, complete, and consistent data ensures our decisions are sound and compliant. Together, these principles support the overall goal of a robust PQS, aligning with the overarching theme of safeguarding patient health through rigorous quality management. Now, let's take a closer look at the structure of PICs GMP PQS, specifically Chapter 1. This chapter outlines the key elements that form the foundation of a robust quality system. First, we have the quality policy, which sets the overall commitment to quality from the top management. It's essential because it drives the entire quality culture within the organization. Next is management responsibility, emphasizing that leadership must actively support and oversee quality activities to ensure continuous improvement. Resource management is also critical, making sure that people, equipment, and materials are adequately allocated to maintain quality standards. Process performance monitoring is about keeping a close eye on how well our processes are functioning, allowing us to catch issues early. The CAPA system, or corrective and preventive actions, is vital for addressing root causes of problems and preventing recurrence. Change management ensures that any modifications to processes or products are controlled and evaluated to avoid unintended impacts. Product Quality Review, or PQR, is a periodic assessment of product quality data, helping us verify that our products consistently meet quality expectations. Quality risk management involves identifying, evaluating, and mitigating risks that could affect product quality or patient safety. Lastly, knowledge management ensures that information and expertise are captured, shared, and maintained across the organization. It's important to note that PICs Chapter 1 aligns closely with EU GMP Chapter 1, reflecting a harmonized approach to quality standards across regions. By understanding these key elements, we're reinforcing the overall theme of building a resilient, compliant, and effective quality system. Now, let's talk about management responsibility and the importance of fostering a strong quality culture. Senior management plays a crucial role here. They must clearly establish quality objectives that guide the entire organization. It's also essential to ensure the independence of the quality unit so that quality is maintained without undue influence. Providing adequate resources is another key point. Without the right tools, personnel, and infrastructure, maintaining quality becomes very challenging. Promoting a quality culture is fundamental. It's about creating an environment where everyone understands that quality is a shared responsibility. For example, if we notice recurring deviations during aseptic filling, it's management's responsibility to allocate the necessary investment for facility upgrades. This proactive approach demonstrates leadership's accountability and commitment. Research shows that when leadership is accountable and actively involved, it significantly reduces systemic GMP failures. Ultimately, a strong management commitment is the backbone of a robust quality system and continuous improvement. Let's look at an example of risk evaluation for cross-contamination in a multi-product manufacturing facility. As you can see, PICs requires a formal approach to risk management, which is based on the principles outlined in ICH Q9. This is where quality risk management, or QRM, becomes essential. QRM involves several tools to systematically identify and evaluate risks. These tools include FMEA, or failure mode and effects analysis, HACCP, fault tree analysis, and risk ranking matrices. Each of these helps us analyze different aspects of potential risks and prioritize our actions. The process itself follows a series of key steps. First, risk identification, where we pinpoint potential hazards or sources of cross-contamination. Next, risk assessment, where we evaluate the likelihood and impact of those risks. Then, risk control, implementing measures to mitigate or eliminate the risks. Finally, risk review, to ensure our controls are effective and to make adjustments as needed. Connecting this to the overall theme, effective risk management is crucial for maintaining product quality and ensuring patient safety in multi-product manufacturing. It's about being proactive and systematic in addressing potential issues before they impact the final product. Let's talk about documentation and data integrity. PICS places a strong emphasis on maintaining clear SOP hierarchy, which means that procedures should be well-structured and easy to follow. Controlled documentation is also crucial, ensuring that all documents are accurate, approved, and up to date. Traceable batch records are essential for tracking every step of manufacturing, providing transparency and accountability. An important aspect is regularly reviewing the audit trail, which helps us verify all electronic activities related to data changes. This is vital for identifying any unauthorized modifications or discrepancies. Data integrity, often summarized by the ALCOA Plus principles, attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, plus complete, consistent, and enduring, ensures the reliability of our data throughout the process. We also need to be aware of regulations like Annex 11, which is essentially the equivalent for computerized systems. For example, failing to review electronic audit trails during batch release can lead to critical inspection findings, impacting both compliance and product quality. So, maintaining robust documentation and ensuring data integrity isn't just about compliance. It's about safeguarding the quality and safety of the products we deliver. Let's talk about the change management system. When making any changes, it's crucial that all modifications are formally documented. This means keeping a clear record of what is changing, why, and how. Additionally, every change must be scientifically justified, ensuring there's a solid rationale based on data and scientific principles. Risk assessment is also a key step, evaluating potential impacts and ensuring that any risks are identified and managed appropriately. Before implementing any change, it must be approved through the proper channels, so there's oversight and accountability. There are different types of changes we might encounter. For example, equipment replacement, which involves swapping out or upgrading machinery. Changing the raw material supplier is another, which can affect quality and consistency. Process parameter modifications, like adjusting temperature or pressure settings, also fall into this category. And finally, any change to analytical methods used for testing and quality control. Let's consider an example. If you change sterilization cycle parameters, this isn't just a simple tweak. It requires revalidation to confirm the process still effectively sterilizes, and an impact assessment to understand how the change affects the product and process. Overall, this system ensures that changes are controlled, traceable, and safe, maintaining the integrity of our quality management efforts. Let's take a closer look at the CAPA system. The scientific importance of this system lies in its ability to prevent recurrence of issues and to strengthen our overall control strategy. For example, if we encounter repeated environmental monitoring failures, that's a deviation we need to address. The root cause might be something like an HVAC airflow imbalance. Once we identify that, the corrective action would be to rebalance the system to fix the airflow. But it doesn't stop there. It's also crucial to implement preventive measures, such as scheduling regular airflow qualification to catch potential issues early. It's important to note that PICS requires us to have a robust CAPA implementation in place. The process involves several key steps. First, reporting the deviation, then analyzing the root cause, followed by taking corrective actions to fix the problem, implementing preventive actions to avoid future issues, and finally, checking the effectiveness of these actions. By following these steps diligently, we not only resolve problems but also enhance our control systems, ensuring consistent quality and compliance across our operations. This systematic approach is essential for maintaining the integrity of our processes and products. Let's talk about process performance monitoring. Imagine we're tracking how our manufacturing process is doing over time. For example, trend analysis might reveal a gradual increase in tablet hardness variability. When we see that, it signals us to initiate process optimization to keep everything within desired parameters. To do this effectively, we rely on scientific tools like statistical process control, or SPC, which helps us identify variations and patterns in our data. Trend analysis, as I mentioned, is vital for spotting shifts early. Process capability indices like CP and CPK tell us whether our process is capable of consistently producing quality products within specifications. Now, in accordance with PICS guidelines, ongoing monitoring is critical. We need to keep an eye on critical process parameters, or CPPs, and critical quality attributes, or CQAs. These are the key factors that directly impact product quality. We also track stability data to ensure our product remains consistent over its shelf life. Additionally, monitoring out of specification or out of trend, OOS/OOT trends is essential to catch issues before they become serious. Environmental monitoring is another cornerstone. It helps us verify that the manufacturing environment remains controlled and clean. All of these activities together help us maintain a robust process, ensuring high-quality products and compliance with regulatory standards throughout the manufacturing lifecycle. Now, let's turn our attention to the Product Quality Review, or PQR, which is a key component of our quality management system. As mandated by PICS, conducting an annual PQR is essential to ensure continuous improvement and compliance. During this review, we look at several critical areas. First, deviations and CAPA trends. These help us identify recurring issues and assess how effectively we're addressing them. Then, we examine complaints and recalls to understand customer feedback and product safety concerns. We also analyze stability data to confirm that our products remain within specifications over time. Validation status is reviewed to ensure that manufacturing processes are consistently performing as intended. Supplier qualification is another vital aspect, as it guarantees that our raw materials meet quality standards. Additionally, we evaluate yield and process performance to monitor efficiency and identify potential areas for optimization. For example, if a PQR reveals a gradual reduction in yield, it prompts us to investigate underlying causes, like granulation efficiency, for instance. This proactive approach allows us to implement targeted improvements before quality issues arise. Overall, the PQR serves as a comprehensive review that ties together all these elements, helping us maintain high product quality and drive continuous improvements across our manufacturing processes. Let's talk about the scientific impact of these initiatives. By improving the consistency of GMP interpretation across different countries, we can ensure a more uniform standard in pharmaceutical manufacturing worldwide. This consistency directly influences the outcome of inspections, where we look at compliance classifications, identify major or critical deficiencies, and determine the need for corrective actions. Moving to inspection and regulatory oversight, the PICS inspection characteristics play a crucial role. They promote harmonized inspection procedures, which means inspections are more standardized regardless of where they occur. They also emphasize risk-based inspections, focusing resources on areas of greatest concern. An important aspect is the International Inspector Training Program, which helps build a globally competent workforce. This all leads to increased mutual recognition confidence among participating countries, fostering trust and reducing duplication of efforts. Altogether, these elements contribute to a more reliable, efficient, and globally aligned approach to GMP inspections, which ultimately enhances public health protection worldwide. Let's take a moment to wrap up with the key points from this presentation. First, the pharmaceutical quality system under PICs GMP is closely aligned with the EU GMP standards, which helps ensure consistency across different regions. It's also based on well-established international guidelines like ICH Q8, Q9, and Q10, which emphasize a science and risk-based approach to quality management. A core focus here is on data integrity, making sure that all data is accurate, reliable, and trustworthy. This is crucial for maintaining quality and compliance. Additionally, the PICs PQS encourages global regulatory harmonization, which means different countries and regions are working together to set consistent standards. The main message I want to leave you with is that PICs PQS plays a vital role in strengthening global pharmaceutical quality. By harmonizing inspection standards and promoting uniform scientific quality systems worldwide, it helps us deliver safer, higher quality medicines to patients everywhere. For further support, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. We appreciate your interest and engagement throughout this presentation. Remember, we're committed to supporting you beyond this session, so feel free to reach out whenever you need. Again, thank you and have a great day.